Welcome back to another episode of the Gamblers Grind Podcast. It's your boy Miguel Wish here, and it's time for a quick recap from yesterday. So, some more game twos that went down, mostly in the Western Conference. So let's talk a little bit about those. This isn't as exciting as it was the day before with the Lakers and 76ers game. Never played that today. However, though, we have some big things that are on the horizon. If you happen to listen to my predictions I had yesterday, we were just a little bit off per se, not by much. But we're a ballpark though. Oh boy, we're a ballpark here. So as you be expected, the Timberwolves came back and did their thing. I am expected a better showing from the Suns offensively. I will say Booker did a little better. But unfortunately, the ball has been dropped. Like Stephen A. said, it seems like Kevin Durant's a little disgruntled, disenfranchised, something super negative, because he just wasn't feeling it yesterday. He put in that effort and it just wasn't showing up the day before, or the game before. And yesterday, no one showed up, really. 93-105. It wasn't too bad of a score. It wasn't. Did it over though? Did it have the over? What was the over for that? I think I expected to hit the over, and that was not the case. Yes, I feel correct. We expected to hit the over. That was not the case. Unfortunately, the offense for the Suns is being just stifled by the Timberwolves, and there's not much we can say. I didn't foresee the Suns doing great in this series, so going forward from here, we have 2 road games come up next. So I'm expecting things to turn around a little bit, being at the Suns' home court, see what happens there. But we'll see. The games have been close, and we'll see what happens when the Wolves on the road. The Pacers and the Bucks, though, that one I'm not surprised about. I was a little surprised because it seemed like the Bucks had a game plan for the Pacers, which they worked on day 1, game 1, but day 2, game 2 was not the case. I did foresee, I still heavily favor the Pacers to win this series. I honestly think that the Bucks would have actually win the first game though. That was surprising. So like I said, they didn't play Giannis yesterday. But they went off again. But this time, the Pacers team was there, actually making shots too, and changed the whole dynamic right away. The assists came up. Oh yeah, they had some records. I forget. I had a screenshot from that earlier. They had Pacers had some assist records and shot records and just getting in that booty hole of the Bucks, you know. The Bucks very high too. That's a tall booty hole, but they got in it though. To be expected, and like I said, Giannis there or not, I expect more of the same thing for the Pacers. So they showed me that regardless, the first game was a fluke, in my personal opinion. Fluke for the Pacers. Now the Pacers are back on the track. I think each game will continue going just like this. The Bucks will probably score more offensively. And did it hit over? Yes, it did. Ooh, thank goodness. Ooh, got that one there too. You know, so that's good there. Last game, the Clippers and the Mavericks. I was not expecting that Kawhi would not have that big of an impact. Or Luka and Kyrie just figure more things out. That's a good thing, I guess. So, because in that regard, though, this series might go completely different. Because I do feel wholeheartedly that the Mavericks are a team that can take out the Nuggets. I do feel that wholeheartedly. Just because of the shots, the perimeter shooting, and they can match them point for point when things are going well, especially when Luka and Kyrie are slapping, giving combined 65, 70 points a game. The bench do a little something that's good to go. So I can see that happening. And I want to say the Clippers defense, I was trying to say it for numbers. I feel the Clippers defense is probably better than the Nuggets. But let's just quickly verify that. Because instead of guesstimating, we can just quick look. Okay, that kind of stuff really matters. Let's see where we're at here. Shot efficiency. Nuggets are third. The Clippers are 11th. Ooh, maybe am I being correct there? So I feel the Clippers are better defensively when they're on top of the game. The Nuggets maybe just doing better. That could just be it. Alright. Yeah. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. But like I said, I feel like they actually can do a little better. And right now, especially playing how they're playing, because the Mavs can actually keep this very close, very competitive. The Clippers stay on top of the game and control the pace. They actually can make things happen a little better. But now, I spent a little too much time on this recap. Things were a little interesting there. So let's get on to tonight, the part that actually matters. 6:15, all right? Timestamp that for me. So tonight, we have 2 games in the slate. 2 games in the slate. Miami Heat are playing round game 2 against the Celtics. All right? And like I said before, the same thing I said before about the Lakers and the importance of them adjusting and winning game 2. The same thing here. Even though Butler is out still, there's something changed. Yep, right knee sprain. He's out. Terry Rose, he's still out. And yeah, only person out still for Celtics is Luke Cornett, the backup center. So nothing's gonna be changed here from game 1 to game 2. Jovic might be out. Back spasms. Yeah, he might be out. But either if not, he'll coming in for about 26 minutes. So he might still be in. He might just slide in for a little bit for a little rotational game. But yeah, this is actually looking potentially very similar to last game. I expect the defense to actually pick up a lot more in the Miami Heat game, simply because, like I said, Eric Spoelstra is just that hell of a coach. So the adjustments that he should be making or thinking about during the time should actually be pretty impactful. I foresee that happening. Offensively, the Heat are still the Heat. You know, you can always count them out, but you can always count them to do great. The best way when the Heat game is actually having a Heat, when the Heat are having a Heat game, the pace is slower, and they are more controlling of the shot management. Keeps the other team scoring lower. So if the Heat are to win this game, the game's going to be like 100 points or less, give or take, potentially. So, as I said, unless they're shooting lights out, which is not a very common thing for Heat to do. Or if they're matching the Celtics on the perimeter, that actually might matter. We'll see. Right now, Boston is money line, negative 1,100 to win this at Caesars. And Miami's a plus 800 to win this. But like I said before, though, I do believe that if the Heat are going to win any game in the series, this game here would be the one. I wholeheartedly believe that. So I'm not gonna lie. I would probably put in a little something on this, a little sprinkle on the plus 800, or the 14.5, plus 14.5 for Miami Heat. That's a negative 108 at FanDuel, and we have the negative 14.5 for Boston at 110 at DK. So those numbers being said, like, I 100% believe that this game will be closer. Like I said, I expect this game, the Miami Heat will, if they win any game in the series, it's going to be right here. Without Butler. This would be the game. So the plus 14.5, I'm leaning heavily towards that. I might consider Probably maybe half, on the plus 800 just because. I feel heavily about this. I feel like this can be a close game. If the Miami Heat lose, it's going to be like by like 4 points at the most. Because actually speaking, this spread differential, Heat have hit this plus 14.5 in 8 of the last 10 games. Whereas Boston has not been 14.5 favorites and winning that. They only did that 4 of the last 10 games. So to keep that in mind, the last game though, against the Miami Heat though, they did cover that. As I expected the first game to be a blowout. Oh, not blowout, but blowout-ish without Jimmy. And like here, we have the over at 203.5, over under. Heat have been over that 80% of the games. 8 of the last 10 games, sorry, not 80% of the games. 8 of the last 10 games they played that in. They covered that. And how convenient that Boston also covered that in 7 of the last 10 games. I honestly believe that that's still the case. 203.5 is a very low number. And unless Miami isn't carrying their weight, which I foresee them to do so, this is going to be a higher game. Like, I did recently say up top about them being a low-scoring game. This might still be a low-scoring game, but can they give us 204 at least? I believe they can do that. Someone will do that. In this game, like I said, in this match, I do foresee that the Miami Heat is going to at least keep up with the Celtics. If not, lead them in the third. So, that being said, not too much more to go off that. I'm not going to drop any props right now in regards to players. But if I was, though, who would I consider right now? Like, I'm leaning more towards the Miami side for this. Because like I said, right now, I'm actually looking up interesting things for me to pop on myself. Well, that's a give me one for a parlay. I'm not going to do those give me parlays yet. Not for you guys. Not yet. Because that's incorporating DraftKings. And I'm not playing too heavily on DraftKings at the moment. Because they have the markets are different. They have different access to different betting styles or betting props. And DK to FanDuel to MGM. And so each one has a small intricacies in case you didn't know that. So that's what I'm saying about this. And I might consider, I might start doing this soon. Will it be this game? It probably won't be. Maybe next week. I might start doing some more longer parlays over there. For that channel too. These were near guarantees. I love saying that word right there. But yeah, no. Only one here that I would see considering Duncan Robinson. That's it. I mean, he's only gonna be here for a short amount of time. Actually, not too bad. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with that one. I'll give you a little quick one. Because Duncan Robinson, he'll be inside for too long right now. He's expected to play in for at least 23 minutes, give or take. The last game is in 15.1. So not too long. But he was able to cover this over. Right now, looking at this is the prop for you guys to take consideration. Over 1.5 rebounds for Duncan Robinson. And from his position right now, how great does he do? Oh, actually, there's a very high chance of him getting that for the defense of Boston is ranked 21 right now in regards to that position and rebound getting got. So, yes, I'm actually favoring this a lot now. I'm actually going to put this on my card. Well, put it in my card, put it in my parlay, maybe in a straight bet too. We'll see. Probably will. At negative 150? Yeah, I'm going to do that. So, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to add that one in there, in the card. And a parlay too. Like I said, over 1.5 Duncan Robinson rebounds. Over 1.5 rebounds. Because he is hitting that 9 of the 10 last games. And each time, the lowest minutes been 12, he still got that. So yeah, three rebounds a game. So yeah, we're adding that to the card. So So with that being said, let's move on to the next game. Yeah, I hit everything. Yeah, so let me recap that 1 second before I get off here. Like I said, if any one game in this series, I forecasted 4-1 the entire time, that this team wins, Miami, it's going to be this game. There's going to be this game on the adjustments, and they take that momentum going back to home. They probably lose that game, and then win the 4th game at home. Adjustments again. You know what I'm saying? So if that was the case, but right now, like I said, this here, the plays that I'm leaning on, which, like I said, I'm putting on my parlay at least. I love moneyline parlays. Just super simple, super easy. Someone's gonna win or lose, And I like to see how accurate I am with these. Plus 14.5 spread for Miami with the over 203.5. And because since only 4 games, I'm gonna put that with the other 2 as well. Make a bigger parlay. So notate that. But I do foresee if Miami wins 8 games, it's gonna be this game right here. So that being said, the last game of the evening, bada bing, bada boom. The Pelicans with that salty run back with the Oklahoma City Thunder. That was an amazingly close game last time. If you didn't, check out my last episode with that. That was interesting. So right now, the favorites still, of course, OKC, and -300 FanDuel, one of the best ones to get, price-wise, odds. And a plus 270 at DK for the Pelicans, for underdog. I do feel, going into this one, the Oklahoma City wasn't expecting that kind of intensity from the Pelicans, that kind of defense. And that kind of threw off the newer squad, the inexperienced squad, okay? With that being said, they have a little more energy, a little more information now going into it. And then what happened the last time may not happen this time because they're going to be adjusted to that. And because, I don't feel like the Pelicans may have properly seen where they had deficiencies in regards to preventing OKC from doing what they need to do. But that's definitely going to be something that, if they did more of the same, I feel the Pelicans are going to lose by 10 to 15 this time, compared to what they did last time. Last time, I think, was a novelty, helping get over the hump. This time, I don't think it'll happen. If the Pelicans make some more drastic changes and try to compensate for, let's say, Shea a little more, I think there might be a different outlook for the game. But we'll see. Like I said, either way, I still feel OKC is going to win this one. Another at home game, I feel that. Pelicans might do a little better back at home, but we're not there yet. So right now, OKC win this one. Want to go to whoa? I would say the money line with a spread. Spread is negative 7.5. I do not feel that OKC is going to stomp this team out like that. It's going to have a little margin, but not that big of a margin. Because right now, look at the numbers here. Plus 7.5 and negative 110, both of my FanDuel, both ways. Pelicans have been within 7 points, 8 of the last 10 games. So that's called against the spread. In case you didn't know, we'll talk about that a little in another video. But against the spread, they've actually reached that 8 out of 10 times. Whereas OKC, being against the spread there, they only been 3 out of the last 10 games. And they actually covered that negative 7.5. 8 points. Covering the 8 points right there. So, I did just say that too, but I didn't say it with that much. That was a big confident one. I'm not confident that the OKC is going to actually cover that. So actually in this one too, man, I hate to do that. But I am favoring the plus 7.5 in this regards. Right now, like I said, I'm not making these are not plays that I feel that you're super confident you should bet in your whole units on for these guys. But I do feel like for a parlay though, which is super, super simple, a lot lower You could put less on your unit, on your bet, and come out like a bandit with these. Like I said, I'm making a four pick parlay here. So yeah, with that right there, my parlay, I'm hitting that. Plus 7.5. Yeah, plus 7.5. I know OKC's definitely going to win. But plus 7.5, Pelicans. I do feel like the case. And then right on the over-under is 211.5. Both of these teams actually are both favoring 211.5. Even though what, the last game, they didn't cover that, did they? Yeah, they didn't cover that. Neither one squad should cover that. Like I said, I feel, again, that was a novelty moment where OKC just wasn't ready. And when I say novelty moment, that's also the same thing I feel happened with the Bucks and the Pacers. The Pacers made those adjustments from game 1 to game 2, and that's why they were playing like they were used to play. Whereas, because they weren't ready for that. Same thing here. I feel the same thing can be the case here. If the same thing happens, same exact style, Pelicans come out there with, OKC is going to run off the game a little farther. There's going to be a bigger lead, maybe like a 13-point deficiency for Pelicans at some point in time in the game. So, 211.5. I hate to be considering the under for that, because I feel like at this point, OKC is going to run with the ball a lot more. They're going to run that pace up a little higher. Because Pelicans is like a slow pace. And when you have someone who wants to run slow, you run them on a treadmill. Move them legs, homie. Move them legs. So here, I said, over 211.5, I feel for that one. And the plus 7.5, yo, so basically, yeah. My final place for my parlay today is going to be Miami with the spread, plus 14.5, with the over 205.5. And hopefully, let's say it first. And Pelicans is plus 7.5 in the over 211.5. Because I do feel that Boston could lose this one because of the heat adjustments. But like I said, Boston's still a badass team. They are doing phenomenal work. OKC as well. They're a really strong team. But to be the proper adjustments, they're going to take it away as well too. So, yeah, final play, like I said. Yeah, I mean, if you follow me, let me know down below. Because if we make a couple dollars off that, that'd be spectacular. Plus 14.5, over 205, plus 7.5, 211.5. That's my parlay for today. And on that one, let's end it right there. Not too much more to dragging to the bushes, you know? So, what's that? This is one thing I truly believe is very accurate because to betting is gambling, this kind of stuff. You cannot make proper decisions or you're not thinking clearly. Think right, get information, make proper bets, make money. That's how it works. Happy gambling grinders. Make a wish.